Who are y'all? Like, hey, you got your white tee, brother. I see you, brother. We gotta get you a girlfriend, brother, because
Yeah, I told my nigga I'ma drop the jewels on them. You gotta go through this shit here with your heart. You can't snooze on it. It's bad, you better get rid of it or lose on it. I know you heard that old saying about bearing fruit.
Yo to my real ones, welcome back to a Real Girls channel. If you are new to this channel, yo. If you are a returning subscriber to this channel, yo. And if you are just breezing through, sis or bro, definitely slide down, hit the subscribe button. Definitely make sure you guys like this video to push my content out. Your girl is trying to grow, so help me grow. Thank you in advance. Love you guys. Also, make sure you guys comment below and interact with me. And we're going to jump right into this story time because we don't have no time to waste. Okay, y'all. So, if you are, sorry, just to mention, if you are new to this channel, my name is Renique. Neek, you can call me Neek, Renique, Joy, the realist, the real one, B-Day girl, because my birthday is coming up. That girl, it girl, what? Yes, really, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, your realest friend. So yes, like I said, you guys make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's go right into this video. So, y'all, if you have been keeping up with my story times, first of all, thank you. You're the GOAT, like, duh, period. And I really appreciate it so much. Make sure you guys give me some feedback and let me know if you guys are rocking with the story times or like what have you. You feel me? So yeah. Now, if you watch my last story time, the last story time that I told, we were still in New Jersey, and that was about my first ever best friend, right? And how that became my not so first ever, well, not best friends anymore. But yes, so y'all, now we are going to get out of New Jersey, y'all. So just to start, the reason we moved from New Jersey, okay? We moved from New Jersey when I was 9. Yes, we moved from New Jersey when I was 9, and we moved to Florida. So now, some reasons we moved is one, first and foremost, my mom just wanted a new start. She was tired of Jersey living, tired of the cold, tired of all the black ice and the snowstorms and all this other extra stuff. She wanted a real new, fresh start because she had just gotten married. So, you know, like, born and raised, you know, well, my mom wasn't born and raised in Jersey. She was born in England, raised somewhat in England, and the other half of her life, she was raised in Jamaica and the United States. So, like, yeah, she had been there. I want to say my mom been in the United States since she was 17, 16 or something like that. And yeah, like, so she didn't end up leaving New Jersey until my mom was like 35, 36, 37, somewhere along those lines. And so yeah, everybody wants a fresh start. As an adult now, I definitely understand. So yeah, like, she just wanted a fresh start. She got married and we were still young. Again, my oldest brother, he was out the house. He was doing his own thing. And like, it was still me and my other brother. So like, she just wanted to give us a new scenery and just see how things could go, because honestly, y'all, if we were still in New Jersey, I'm not gonna say like we would have been downhill, but there would have been some things going. Like, I don't know. I think that, anyway, whatever, it didn't happen, it's over. So we ended up moving from Jersey, y'all. My mom decided Florida because my uncle had just moved to Florida, like maybe some years prior to, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years prior to, and then my grandma was there, and so my mom just felt it best that we all, you know, move for a new scenery, a new vibe, and to be closer to my grandma because my grandma was sickly. And yeah, so we ended up moving to Florida, you guys. When we first moved to Florida, we moved in with my uncle so that my mom could get situated with a job and everything like that. My stepdad and my brother stayed back in New Jersey while my mom did that. My stepdad, of course, kept his job to keep the money flow. And my brother kept going to school up there until my mom found another job in Florida. So sometime we were down there, I would give it maybe about a good 2 months. Like, my mom was really like that. So my mom ended up finding a job with Sprint. She worked with Sprint for a long time until they actually shut down. So I got hired at Sprint. Very great job that she was at. And yeah, we ended up being able to send for my stepdad and my brother. They ended up driving to Florida with everything else that we had left in the house. We really left everything. We left everything, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, when we came, me and my mom, we was living with my uncle, so we didn't really have nothing but clothes. And to be quite honest, like I really didn't have, like, a lot of my clothes were left too. Like, we really were just starting over. Well, my mom and my stepdad were completely starting over, fresh, new, everything, right? So yes, y'all, my mom got a job. We moved out of my uncle's house. My stepdad and my brother came to Florida finally, and we all were back together. We was living in an apartment on Wymore. I'm trying to make sure that I keep up with everything and that everything is correct because we moved a little bit. So we moved on Wymore Road. That's where I met a first very close friend, which I thought was going to be a potential best friend because she kept calling me her best friend. We were very tight. We went to the same school, South Seminole. No, not South Seminole. Child, I don't remember the names. South Lake, something, girl. I don't know, but I just know that they're not the logo, but what do you freaking call it? Their mascot was a manatee. It's right on the tip of my tongue, y'all, but I really cannot remember the name of this school. But anyway, yes, I went there and met her. Yes, I was a new girl everywhere. So, child, in Florida, it's like a new person they never seen before at no schools, nowhere on earth. Like, you are an alien and everybody is just looking at you like, who is that? The new girl thinks she all that, you know, because I wore sneakers. I'm from Jersey, so I had sneakers, you know, like the Forces. I had my Timbs, like, and I've always had my own style, literally. So I wasn't dressed like nobody. You could tell that I wasn't from there. And so, of course, I would always get the questions like, oh, you not from here? Are you from here? What school you went to? All that stuff. So I met a friend, boom, we hit it off. She lived right across the street from me in the same complex. So that was perfect. We used to hang out all the time until I ended up moving. Well, we ended up moving. After we left Wymore Road, we moved to another like area in Florida, and it's like Castleberry area, like still Seminole County. We was living on Wymore, which was still Seminole County, but then we moved kind of maybe like 20 minutes away, or maybe like 15, 20 minutes away, and we was living on like Lake Howell Branch Road over there. So that was still Castleberry, Seminole County area. Once I moved over there, why do I feel like I did not move over there yet? I feel like I just didn't move over there yet. I didn't. All right, y'all, pause. So after we moved from over there on Wymore Road, we moved into a place called Bella Terra. Now, this is when I was entering another middle school. So I went to one middle school, and then I actually feel like that school was an elementary school. Yes, it was an elementary school when I first came. I was in 5th grade, leaving 5th grade. So then I went to this middle school. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I was in 6th grade and then just left that school to move again. I really can't honestly remember. But I just know when we moved over there to Forest City Road, now we are in Orange County. So we moved to Forest City Road. I was living in what they call now is Bella Terra. They're now really condos. We was living over there. Very nice, upscale. My grandpa would come from Jamaica like a lot to stay with us. And yeah, it was lit. Like, yeah, it was lit. It was pretty nice. And then I started going to another school. I started going to a middle school named Lockhart, home of the Trojans. Okay, no, what are you talking about? Yes, actually, I do think Lockhart are the Trojans, which is insane because my high school was also the Trojans. So anyway, yeah. So I started going to Lockhart, and when I went to Lockhart, I met my first best friend at the time. Did I just spit, girl? I met my first best friend at the time in Florida. So now we made this connection. I met this girl. She approached me in like the locker room. It was like gym class. if I'm not mistaken, she like asked me why I was so mean, like, or why I never really dressed out in gym. I was a little shy, so I wasn't really into that. Like, I ain't know nobody, like very guarded, very observant. And so like, I just wasn't really into dressing out for gym. I wasn't really into participating like that. And so she ran track, so she would try to like get me to participate and stuff and like talk to me because I didn't have no friends, y'all. So, she basically was like one of my first friends. She just said like, oh, I think if I'm not mistaken, she invited me to like a party or something. We're gonna name her, just for the sake of this, we're going to name her Track Star because she was a track star. So yes, me and Track Star, we hit it off and we just became really, 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 really close. We hung out every weekend, every day. In school, we would hang out sometimes if we seen each other. We didn't have the same classes. I was always in like higher up classes. That's not no shade on nobody. I'm just saying. I was always in higher up classes. And then I had met another friend, you know, so it was cool. But me and Track Star, we hit it off. That was my bestie. And yeah, like, so I went to Lockhart for I went to Lockhart for 6th grade only, if I'm not mistaken, y'all. I really want to say 6th and 7th grade I went to Lockhart, but I ended up leaving Lockhart in the middle of 7th grade or something like that. Okay? Now, while I was at Lockhart, my mom was pregnant, y'all. So my mom got pregnant. My mom had my baby sister, Shania. Love you. And yeah, so I was going to Lockhart. I started meeting. I met my friend. Like, I was with her like all the time. Like, her mom used to throw her parties. Her mom and her dad, they used to invite all the kids over there because she was a track star. So her mom was heavily involved with stuff like that. And so yeah, boom, like I was at Lockhart, we was with it, boom. All right, y'all, so we ended up moving again. And I did have to sadly leave Lockhart. Now, we was definitely indebted, so the friendship didn't break up or nothing like that. But I ended up leaving Lockhart, no longer went to that school anymore. So now, after we left from Forest City Road, we moved back over back over to the Wymore, Howard Branch, like that type of area. We moved over there. So now I'm living on Howard Branch Road. Now we live in another apartment complex. I honestly can't remember the name of that complex. We moved over there to that one complex, and y'all, we only stayed there for like maybe a year, and then we moved again. After that lease was up, we moved down the street literally to another complex on Howard Branch Road. Again, now that I'm an adult, I get it, right? So yeah, we ended up moving again, like down the street. I stayed at the same school. Now, this school that I was going to is South Seminole Middle School, y'all. I went to South Seminole Middle School. Now, here we get into where I met my current best friend, y'all, okay? I met my current best friend, my other half, everything, all of that. I call her my other half, so if y'all ever see me saying oh, or something like that, it means other half. That is my best friend. We're going to name her Kiana because that is her name for this story, okay? Love you. All right. And so, yes, y'all, so I started going to South Seminole, but look, before we get into South Seminole, we got some important information, right? Boom. So when we moved on Howard Branch, y'all, let me get this right, hold up. When I was going to Lockhart, right, my uncle started a church. My uncle started his own church in Altamont Springs, Florida. It was in the hood. We call it the hood. It was in the hood. It was based in the hood. We definitely did outreach. We would go out and talk to the community and stuff like that. My uncle was very active. And so, of course, a lot of the people that were in that community, they started to come to my uncle's church. And we all started to be cool friends. You know, I've always been a doll. So, of course, the boys started liking me. Different things like that. My best friend at the time, Track Star, she was going to church with me and all of that stuff like that. So, we were all hanging out. We was cooling. You feel me? Like, we were really hitting it up. And so, come to find out, y'all, some of them that we met at the church, they were actually already going to South Seminole. So I ended up, you know, of course, letting them know that I had just transferred to South Seminole and I would be beginning South Seminole that year. And so, of course, everybody was like, oh, yeah, you know, yeah, look for me and all that, offering me their friendship, all of that stuff, y'all. Now, It was one boy in particular. We are going to name him Cool Guy for this story time because, child, you couldn't tell him nothing. And really, you still can't. We cool, though. He's a cool guy. See? But, yeah. So, Cool Guy, I met Cool Guy amongst everybody else that was coming to my church. Cool Guy was a part of the people coming to my church. Me and Cool Guy, we hit it off. We would talk, laugh, ha ha ha, kiki, all of that good stuff. Go to the movies and things like that. At the time, Trackstar was actually dating my cousin, so we would do like little double date things and stuff like that if I could, because honestly, y'all, my mama was not really on that. But if my cousin was going, she was more like lenient. But yeah, so that's how me and Trackstar met. And boom, we hit it off. So one day, I want to say we were all at my cousin's house because a lot of times, I mean, my uncle would bring them to his house and stuff. We would play basketball, just play around, play games, just all types of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or we'll be doing like community-based stuff. So we will always be around each other doing that type of stuff. So one day, Cool Guy just asked me to be his girlfriend. Editing Renique here, y'all. So actually, Cool Guy asked me to be his girlfriend at my best friend's house, Trackstar at the time. We were on the trampolines outside, and that's where he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I said, yeah, like we was going to the same school. Like we had already been talking and cool, like hitting it off. He was really a cool guy, like for real. And so, yeah, we hit it off and we ended up dating each other. Boom, y'all. So I get to, all right. So more of the summer is going along and Cool Guy's just like, all right, it's like the day before the first day of school or something like that. And Cool Guy's just like, yeah, so of course we're not going to get off on the same bus route or whatever, but when you get to the bus ramp, I'm going to wait for you because I'm most likely going to be there before you get there. So I'm just going to wait for you to get there and we can just walk together. So me, I'm just like, oh, perfect guy. Cool Guy wants to wait for me at the bus ramp so we can walk together. I'm like, gosh. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, he lived maybe 5 minutes away from the school for real, bus-wise. And me, I stayed about a good 10, 15 minutes away from the school, bus-wise. So, yeah. So, we pull up on the bus, y'all. And Cool Guy standing there at the bus ramp waiting for me, like he said. So, y'all get off the bus. I meet Cool Guy. We hug. We do our thing. We start walking. Cool Guy walks me to my class. We over there, Cool Guy saying hey to all his friends. They're like, oh, so Cool Guy, Cool Guy, like. You feel me? So yeah, that's how Cool Guy is, and I'm just like,
nice.
Y'all, back then I had a very much stale poker face, very much rested face, all of the above. I was very much Jersey AF. Like I didn't know nothing, nobody, wasn't going for it. Like, so I'm just like stiff, like, you know, and some people come like, oh girl, your hair is pretty, you know, stuff like that. So of course I wasn't like mean, but I'm just stiff because I don't know y'all. Like, you know, but I'm just like, thank you, whatever. I get to my classes, y'all, get through my classes. Now it's time for lunch. Cool Guy meets me because he had a copy of my schedule, yes, because he needed to be there for me. I was new and he was my boyfriend. So you need to be there for me, walking with me every time. And he the one made it all up. He like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. Like, I got you. I'm gonna be at your class before it end. You know what I'm saying? Because Cool Guy, he didn't care. He just walked out the class and came over there to get me. He didn't care. So yeah, I get out of class, Cool Guy's there, boom, we go to lunch. Y'all, so we get to lunch and...
Few moments later.
Y'all, so we get to lunch, y'all, and it's like, we had A and B lunch. So I want to say that we was on B lunch? I'm not really too sure. Maybe we was on A lunch. I don't know. But y'all, so we get out there to the lunch area. And it's a patio, and then it's an inside, of course, the actual cafeteria. So we walk to the patio, whatever. He's like, are you hungry? You getting food? I'm just like, no, I ain't really hungry. Like, at that time, I didn't get free lunch. I did have the money because, I mean, school just started. So my mama did give me some money to get lunch. But I just wasn't trying to be all up in the line. And I wasn't thinking about no food, baby. I'm thinking about who are y'all? Like, I don't know nobody. Like, how is this gonna go for me? I'm just like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cooling. I ain't really trying to go too far away from you because I don't know nobody. Like, you feel me? So yeah, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm cool, whatever. Chilling. So he told me to sit down. He like introduced me to all his homeboys. They start coming over there, talking to him, trying to figure out how his summer went. All of that good stuff. So yeah, I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, like, you know, I'm literally just chilling. So, cool guy, he's just standing up, you know, he's just standing up on the wall. He's just like, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good, you know, he just chilling. So, y'all, I'm just like, yeah, I'm good, and cool guy, he just cooling, literally. All right, boom. So maybe like 10 minutes into the lunch or whatever, a girl comes out of the cafeteria. So the girl comes out, y'all, and she's just like, hey, cool guy, hey, da-da-da-da-da, hey, da-da-da-da-da, you know, talking to all of the people around. So y'all, immediately, I just look up, and I'm like, I'm just looking like, okay, who is this? Like, I ain't staring too hard, but I am looking because, yeah. So I'm just like, looking at him, looking at her. She's like, cool guy, give me a hug. Missed you, brother. Like, how was your summer? Yes, you know, up in there, da-da-da in there. We all in there, come in there. Like, cause you be acting crazy. Or like, she was just saying stuff, y'all. You know my best friend, she is a talker, and like she is very animated, and how I'm talking right now, like lit, like that's how she is, especially when she love and care about you and like you her people. She's just a very nice person. She's just a very kind person for real, like, and it's very real. Okay, so she just like, oh, cool guy, I like your outfit, brother. Yes, you got the clean Reeboks on, all white, crisp Reeboks on, and you got your white tee, brother. I see you, brother. We gotta get you a girlfriend, brother, because
Huh? I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
So, y'all, once she said that, I'm just sitting there. I'm looking at him now because I'm like, what is he finna say? So as soon as she said that, he like, I got a girl. I got a girl. So she like, what? What, cool guy? You got a girlfriend? Where she at? Where she at? She got a disco? What? He like, this my girlfriend right here. Like, you tripping. So, so she like, what? Girl, you going cool guy? Yeah, she is bad. She is fine, cool guy. She is fine, brother. Yes, I have to. Girl, what's your name, girl? What's your name? And I'm just like, my name Renique. And she was like, well, I'm Keon. And yes, girl, you about to be my friend. You are so pretty. Yes, cool guy. I can't believe you dating him. Cool guy, how you pull her? She just like hyping me up. So I'm in my head, I'm just like, who is this girl? Like, who is this? So she just talking. I'm just like, you know, laughing. She like, girl, you ain't got no friends here, nothing. I'm just like, nah, I'm not from here. Like, she was like, girl, where you from? And I'm like, I'm from New Jersey. I'm not from here. And she just like, what, girl? Yes, you my friend now. So you about to come with me, and I'm about to introduce you to my cousins and my other friends, and you is my friend. So period. Cool guys, you come in. If not, we'll be back. Like, literally, that is how my best friend is. Like, point blank to the T, that's her. So, cool guy ends up like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come with y'all, but you could just like go ahead with it, because he's still talking to his friends. Like, obviously, cool guy trusts this girl like enough to let me walk away, right? But cool guy, he like literally follows us basically, because like once we walk away, literally like 2 minutes later, he's like right behind us. He wasn't very far at all. So she introducing me. She like, yo, this is cool guy girlfriend. And so we're gonna name her cousin Africa. We're gonna name her Africa because her name is a country in Africa. Yes. All right, so we're gonna name her. No, that's not it. We're gonna name her Jordans.
Huh?
We're gonna name her Taurus. All right, Taurus is her sign, so we're just gonna name her Taurus. So she introduces me to Taurus, and Taurus is like, "This is cool guy, girlfriend. You are so pretty, girl. You with cool guy? Oh, girl, how did he do that?" Y'all, at this point, y'all probably like, what the heck? Is this man Darth Vader or something? Was this dating Darth Vader? Y'all, they was being so dramatic. The man was not ugly. He was just very dark skinned, like. Hey, girl, yes, and I love your shoes. I think I had on some Converses, but not gonna kick it. Them Converses wasn't real Converses. Like, I think I had some fake pink, black and white Converses on. At that time, y'all, my mama was, and my stepdad, they was trying, all right? And at that time, I really didn't care. Well, I ain't gonna say I didn't care, but I had like one pair of Converses at that time, so I was just now starting to get into Converses like that, and I never seen the pink, black, and white ones, the real ones, so I just got the fake ones, to be real with y'all. Like, whatever, I didn't care. Like, they was Converse to me, and they hit. Anyway, so yeah. She just started complimenting me. She's like, "You can dress, girl." Like, "Yes, I love your style. You so pretty. Yes, cousin. This is our friend." And y'all better, like, they just was turning up for me. Like, love them down, both of them till this day. Of course, my best friend, of course. But yeah, y'all. So that's how me and my best friend met. Like, she literally took me up under her wing, and I'm forever grateful for my best friend, my other half, my baby girl, my baby doll. I love her to the moon, past the moon and back. I love her full L and after. There's no amount of words that can express how much I love my best friend. I'm not gonna get emotional because I will, but I know she's gonna watch this at some point in between her busy schedule, but I love you very, very, very much. Thank you so much for, y'all, why am I getting emotional? I just miss my best friend for real. Like this, for real. So, it has been a journey being away from my best friend, but to grow, sometimes you gotta be away from the people you love the most. And that's just what it is. But again, thank you, other half, for literally breaking me out of my shell and my comfort zone.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Okay. For literally breaking me out of my shell and my comfort zone from the first day that you met me. And I just thank you and I love you for literally allowing me to be myself from day one. Never ever judging me. Always hyping me up from day one. And just literally being the realest extension of myself. Like, just being a real human being. And just for understanding me, dog, because you know, like I know, not a lot of people can. And yes, it's crazy, I know, but it's actually not crazy. Some of y'all can, you know, understand where I'm coming from, some maybe not. And I hope one day maybe you can. But like I said, thanks to my best friend for just being a rider, for sure, for going so hard for me. I love you, love you, love you down, baby girl. Okay, yes ma'am, you already know what time it is with your girl. I was not even supposed to get emotional and all that. I just wanted to come bring y'all this quick video about how I met my current best friend. We have been best friends since then. And it has literally been, we met when I was 7, one of those. I'm 31 right now. And I feel like we met when I was 9, but no, we didn't meet when I was 9 when I first moved. But we did meet like 2 years after I first moved. So yeah, I was like 10, 11 one of them things. Maybe I was 12. Yes, I think I met Kiana when I was 12, actually. 11 or 12. Yeah. So then I definitely was in elementary school. And then I went to middle school at Lockhart. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I was in middle school when I first moved to Florida, and then I went. So anyway, just had to get that out there because I'm like, girl, stuff ain't adding up. But yes, that's how I went. I was in middle school first. I was in elementary school finishing the 5th grade. Then I went to middle school. And so, yeah, like I said, shout out to my best friend. I love you down, my girl. So after this video, y'all, we are going to get straight into just story times about my Florida experience. Yeah, there's no part 2 about my best friend, like me, how I met her. That's just how I met her, and literally we've been stuck ever since then. Literally. I may or may not tell like our story times of our adventures on the weekends of me going to her house, because we had a lot of adventures, bro. Like, I may tell y'all one. There's one that sticks out to me, like, and it's super hilarious. So I may do that story time next. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know that this video wasn't super interactive, but I am again doing these story times so you guys can continue getting to know your girl and just feeling more connected to me and my channel. And yes, the fashion videos will be resurfacing soon. I am trying, y'all. Your girl birthday is coming up in a week, and I'm not ready, and I don't know if I'm gonna be ready. So I am just literally trying to do what I can do with what I have while trying to do more. So like I said, love you guys so much. Make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you guys comment below to interact with me. And make sure you guys subscribe to your girl. I love you guys so much. Please stay real. And as I always tell you guys, keep rising. Love you guys. Peace.
Driving a dead body. I ain't really into nothing, but I spin it like a hobby. I was locked inside the trap. Didn't think about it, but I got out it. Now my